Hi, everybody. Sherri Leopold here, and here with another episode of Woman of Worth 2022. I am here with the wonderful Tamara Carruthers, who is a Woman of Worth 2022 award winner. Welcome, Tamara.
Hi, thank you, Sherri, for having me. I appreciate you.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're here. And we connected actually through a mutual friend, for which I am so grateful for that. And actually, we just collaborated in an international best-selling book, Wellness for Winners. So yay us. But I wanted to actually, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I want to actually ask you, Tamara, what does it mean to you to be a woman of worth?
What it means to me to be a woman of worth. So, a woman of worth to me means the very essence of womanhood. It means strength. It means a woman who is aware of who she is and what she stands for and what she brings to the table. It means standing up and standing out, right, Sherri?
That's right.
And not and no, especially when she knows that she can fade into the background, but she stands up and she stands out wherever she is. It also means love. It means being an advocate for yourself and for the people around you. And it means beauty, but more so beauty on the inside than out.
Absolutely perfectly said. And that is that stand up, stand out is exactly what you do. And you are living proof of that woman of worth. So it's very appropriate that you are one of the honorees for 2022. You have been through some stuff, as I like to say, and you've had quite the journey. So I'd love for you to share a little bit with our viewers. Who is Tamara Carruthers, and what are you about? How are you serving others? Because you mentioned that. I want you to tell us a little bit about you.
Well, like you said, I'm Tamara Carruthers. I am a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I am a first time author, first time international best-selling author. And I'm also a 5.5 year, actually be 6 years in June, a stage 3 colon cancer survivor. So I'm super yay me to that, because that was one of the battles that you mentioned that I've been through. So super excited about making that year of survival. Um, what I stand for is I've always been and always probably will be a servant leader. And that's something that I pride myself in. I know that nothing that I do or nothing that I accomplish in life has anything to do with me, but more so about the people that I connect with and the people that I'm able to touch, whether it be directly or indirectly, whether it be on purpose or accident. I know that my life's journey and what I want to attain in life and what I want to accomplish in life is tied into me being a servant leader.
Wow. That's amazing. And you know what? It's no accident that you have this title, Woman of Worth. And you mentioned something that keeps continually coming up, and which is that is the ripple of blessings, right? You've been through some stuff, as I said, and as you mentioned, and you've taken that and that stuff that you've been through and really been using that actively to show other people that they can be strong during that adversity. It is not something that will keep you down. And I love that you've done that, and that you've really stood up in your power as an example to other people, that even when you have adversity, you can still be strong. You don't always necessarily feel strong, but you are strong. And you're definitely a living example of that, Tamara. Can you share? I want you to just share a little bit about your story in Wellness for Winners, because you are a first time international best-selling author with that book. And I'm so proud to have been in that book with you. So can you share a little bit about your story and how you came to be in the book?
Yes. So actually, you're a huge part of the reason why I'm in the book. So we have a mutual friend who actually you had a conversation with him about the book, but he thought that I would be a better fit for it. So he introduced us, and I'm so glad that he did. And so my chapter in the book talks about my cancer journey, as well as my mental health journey. So it talks a little bit about both, but it mainly talks about who I am as a person. So I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer at 36 years old. I went through 6 months of very intense chemotherapy, where I was, going every 2 weeks, and actually had taken my chemotherapy home with me. So I would go to the doctor, get hooked up to the machines, and go home and take it home for 2 days and then take it off. All this was happening. It happened so fast, and I've always struggled with mental health issues. So it's something that runs in my family. And so while I was going through that, I actually found a way to kind of use those two things together to make me stronger, because I knew that my survival was based in my mental health and how I would be able to survive and get through this and be strong. So I discussed those two things in the book, and I'm super excited that I got to share, because it's not something that's easy to talk about, especially the mental health portion of it. It's not been something easy to talk about, because it's something that's been in our family for years. But at the same time, it was super important to have the conversation and bring it to light in the book.
Absolutely. And I think, we sometimes downplay what our impact can be on other people. And I like to say, someone somewhere out there is waiting for your story, and they're going to be changed because they hear your story. And your story in that book is definitely one of those, because you have been down that road and you're showing people that you can conquer and overcome, and that mental health matters, right? As well as
Absolutely.
physical health, all of those things together, and that you have a choice in how you think about that journey. So, congratulations on whipping cancer's butt, so to
Thank
speak,
you.
and really just rising up and being an example for really all women. And we're celebrating Women's History Month with this series, and you're definitely an inspiration to so many women out there. I would love it if you could share. I know you've kind of shared an obstacle with us, which it was a pretty big one, right?
Yes.
But I would like for you to share. Is there been something that has occurred in your life that, aside from that, maybe that you've had to tackle, and what you did to overcome it?
So one of the biggest challenges that I've had is really being heard without making it feel like I'm complaining or being over emotional. As women, we don't usually get a pass on anything, and we have to be strong all the time, and it's exhausting. So I say, I'm grateful that I've overcame that. Because it's hard. It's something that you have to put your foot in the door to stop it from happening, from them closing you out. And then for me as a Black woman, it's hard because you're always turned into the angry Black woman. So I don't want to be the person that's stuck in the stereotypical version of what someone else created for me. And so until then, I just keep sticking my foot in the door and kicking it down and knocking it down and everything else.
I love that. And you know what? Blazing a trail for those people to follow. And that's totally what you just said, is actually why you are a woman of worth for 2022. You said, you know what? I am worthy, and I am worthy of being heard. And I like to say that our honorees are women who are creating and writing their place in history. They're putting their stake in the ground and saying, I'm here, I've been here, and I made a difference while I'm here. And that is truly what you're doing, Tamara. And I'm truly honored to know you, and just blessed by your story. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know it's not easy sometimes to talk about it, but it's necessary because someone needs your story. So I honor you for sharing that story as well. I would like to ask you, 100 years from now, when your name is all that remains, I would like to ask you, what is your legacy that you want to leave, Tamara? What is it somebody's going to say when they hear the name Tamara Carruthers? What's your legacy?
So people will know, they will know that I'm a survivor of many things, that I believed in myself so much so that I got out of my own way. People will know that I live a life of service. They will know I'm a servant leader. It's something that I repeat a lot because I am. They will know that my family was my motivation, and I love them way past mere words. Majority of everything that I do in my life is to show my daughters and my son that anything is attainable. Anything can you can have anything that you want. Anything that you can reach your arm out to grab it and take it with you. And people will know that about me because I'm gonna say it until they get tired of it.
Well, and here's the thing, you're going to say it enough that other people are going to pick up on it, including your children, and they're going to continue to live out their lives through your legacy, and your legacy is going to be seen through your impact, and that is what is so amazing. And even with your sharing a very personal story and wellness for winners, that is part of your legacy, and you have put that out there to continue to inspire for generations to come. So thank you so much for being a woman of worth 2022 Tamara Carruthers. I honor you. I'm so proud of you, and on so many levels, but I'm so thankful that you were a woman of worth for 2022.
Thank you so much, Sherri. I appreciate the time and the opportunity. I appreciate you more than you know. You've been a big part, and they'll know that too. In 100 years, they'll know that Sherri and Michael pulled me out of my shell. So thank you so much for honoring me. It's been a blessing.
Oh, thank you so much. And you can connect with Tamara on Instagram at the messy canvas or messy underscore canvas. I can't even say it. Messy underscore canvas TC, right? Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's on the screen underscore TC. So you can connect with her there. She's awesome and so fun to follow. So I hope that you'll do that and you'll continue to be inspired by Tamara's journey. So congratulations, Tamara.
Thank you so much.